Howdy everyone, John here from eTrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the eTrailer Cargo Carrier for 2-inch hitches on our 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe. This is going to be a great way to get some of your stuff out of your vehicle and to the back, just in case you want a little bit of extra space for people that are coming along for a trip. Now, the Chevrolet Tahoe does not have that much cargo space compared to how large it is, so that's going to be a problem if you want to fill up this entire place, but you still want to bring some cargo, maybe some drinks in a cooler or so. Maybe you want to put some of your equipment, maybe you want to put some chairs. Well, this way you'll be able to have that, but not have to sacrifice any extra space for people coming with you on your trip, and you'll have some happy passengers. Now, this cargo carrier isn't just long, but it's also pretty wide. Wide enough that you can fit some of your average size coolers, which with some of the other cargo carriers that we have at etrailer.com, we're not able to do. So as you can see, we can fit it like this instead of having to fit it long ways where we have all of this room. We can't fit another one of these right here, so you're not really getting the most bang for your buck space-wise. But you can keep it here, you can move it around. I definitely recommend making sure where you have your exhaust, but luckily for your Tahoe, you don't have to worry about that. You won't have any exhaust coming up right in front of it. But let's get some internal measurements and see how much room we're actually going to be working with whenever it comes to what we can put. We've got exactly 2 feet, and then whenever it comes to the length, we're going to work with just under 5 feet. So that is a good amount of space. You're going to be able to fit a multitude of things in there if you have, like I said, coolers. Maybe you have longer chairs, and that's one of the big things that I've always noticed is some people just don't have enough room for their bigger chairs, and this will be able to help you with that. Now, while we have our cooler here, I'm going to show you the breakover point. So we're going to open this up. Let's see how much room we have until it gets a little bit too close for comfort. And we're going to have about 19.5 inches. That's a good amount of room. And as you can see, as we open this up, even no matter where we have it placed, it is going to miss our cooler. This is a pretty average size cooler. So overall, you can fit a lot of stuff pretty high up and not have to worry about anything. Let's get one more measurement before we tilt this up and show you how it can be put out of the way. And that's going to be the length. Now, obviously, it is going to add to an already long vehicle of how much is going to be on the back of your vehicle. It's going to be about 41 inches, and that's going to be something to keep in mind whenever you're backing up. Maybe you're about to park in your camping spot. You want to make sure that you're not backing into something that is important. Now let's actually take these out. I'm going to show you how you can tilt it both down and away if you need a little bit of extra space if you've got it cargo up high. Now you're going to be wanting to use these right here. You're going to pop this pin out, pop this other one out as well. And you're going to use this bottom one if you want to tilt it away. Now you're going to have to play around with it. It gets a little bit of a tilt. It's not too much, so you don't need very much tilt whenever it comes to a cargo carrier. This is going to be enough if you have it super high up. Let's say you have some garbage in garbage cans that you're taking somewhere else. You don't have to worry about it being too tall with getting into the back of this. Now let's pop this back in. I'm going to pop it right here, actually. Now I'm going to show you the tilt up. All we have to do is put it in place. Put one of those pins back in place. Obviously you have to play around with it. Once you get that back in. And then I would put the other one in there just to be safe so you don't lose it. There we go. And from there it has been tilted up. Now we have a lot more room whenever we're parking, but let's actually see what kind of length have we cut down from the other way. It is going to be about 16.5 inches. So that makes a world of difference whenever you have not that much space at the campgrounds, or you're in a parking spot at a Walmart and you're not wanting to get anywhere close to anybody else. This is going to help a lot And then there's something else that we may want to check out, is how close does it get to our vehicle. So the closest point is going to be 6 3/4 inches. Now there is plenty of room if you're worried about any kind of rattle or it getting closer. 6 inches is more than enough. And with that, you know that you're going to have a safe trip whenever you have all of your cargo taken off and you just want to keep it in this position. Now when it comes to living with this cargo carrier in this position, as you can see, you have more than enough room to see out of the back of your windshield. Your lights aren't covered. Really, the only thing you're going to have to worry about is your license plate and your backup camera. Since there is a gridded system, you may be able to see a little bit out of your backup cameras, but I wouldn't really lean on that much. If you really care about seeing what's coming from behind, you may want to take this and put this back down in the normal position. So when it comes to the hitch, we're going to have a 2-inch shank. We're also going to have this etrailer hitch alignment collar. And with that, as you can see, it gets a little bit close with our plastic right here, but overall it's not going to be in the way, and it's just going to help every time that you need to take this off and on. Along with that, we are going to have an anti-rattle bolt and pin, and as you can see, whenever I'm about to shake this, it's going to be going along with it instead of rattling around. You're not going to have to worry about your cargo carrier bumping by itself or not being secure. So my final thoughts on the etrailer cargo carrier: if you need extra room in your Tahoe, which to be honest, if you have a big group, you probably will, this is a great choice. It has a 500-pound weight capacity and it's made out of steel, so you know it's going to be sturdy. It's going to be able to handle anything you throw at it. Along with that, this great system that it has, it's great. It's going to be able to have all of your more liquid, moist items that you may have, say you went on a kayak trip. You're not going to have to worry about it being enclosed in your vehicle. It's going to be able to air out, and you're not going to have to worry that much about rust. But that was a look at the etrailer cargo carrier on our 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe.